Hi everyone, I'm very excited today. We are going full of sparkle for the third day of the 12 days of Christmas in July collaboration. So together with Monika, Paper Mona, who is by the way host of this collaboration, and Monika Crafting with Quilling Lady, Benita, Shirley, Mel and myself, we are going to share a Christmas makes from the 1st to the 12th of July every single day at 6 p.m. UK time. And we are working with a different prompt each day, and as I already told you, today it is full of sparkle. Gotta be my favorite one. If you would like to join in our collaboration, you can do so by sharing your makes on social media and adding the hashtag that you can see on my screen right now. That way we will be able to search for your gorgeous makes too. So I have prepared quite a few things. My today's card will feature the candy cane stamp and die set from Chloe's Creative Cards. And I used all of the stamps, but I didn't use the matching die, so I'm going to show you here. So the stamps are gorgeous. Let's see if I can find something white. We have these two large candy canes you can see against my hand. They are large mirror image candy canes. We have two holly leaves, one with berries, and this gorgeous bow. And I've used all of these for today. These also come with a matching set, die set, but I didn't use those. Now, this is quite an older set. I don't even think this was last year's. I think this was year before's collection. So I really am not sure if this is still available, but I'm sure a lot of you have this or something similar in your stash. I really love this because this is timeless. I was very excited to get these, and as you could see on the stamps, these are well loved. I use them all of the time. So what I went ahead and I stamped them out with VersaFine ink, and then I embossed them with clear gloss embossing powder. I love doing this when I'm going to do coloring, any kind of coloring. I just love to emboss those. Now, my first idea was to use alcohol markers to color these in, but then I said, full of sparkle, why don't I add a little bit of a shine? And do you pick up on all that gorgeous mica powdery shine on these? And also the candy canes, on the pink bits of the candy canes there. And for the whites, I used Crystal Crush glitter from Chloe's Creative Cards. It is really lovely and shiny, and the white bits are sparkly. So to color the shiny bits in, I used my Luscious powder by Indigo Blue. So these are mica powders, super shiny. I took a little bit out. You only really need a tip of a spoon, just really mix it down with water to create your own watercolor, and I just very simply colored this in, and I am in love with how this turned out. So the color was really given by the Luscious powders that I had in my stash. The ones that I used are Rosy Glow for the candy canes, Raspberry Jam for the berries, and green for the leaves. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going a bit traditional, bit not traditional in colors today. You could argue if these are traditional. I think they're not too far off anyway. So these are the two candy canes, the two holly leaves. And as for the bow, stamped and heat embossed the same way, but then I went in with my glue. I just covered the entire bow with glue. I tried to leave those lines, the black lines in there visible, so try to not touch with those with the glue. And then I used the raspberry pink sparklicious glitter to fill that bow in. Because when we're going full of sparkle, why not? How gorgeous is this? I don't think I use these pink glitters enough or at all. Anyway, really need to make a better effort to use them. So this is what I will be using to decorate my card. Now for the card base, I'm using an oval card base, and these are Creative Craft products. These are the oversized ovals. So the largest one is what I've used for my card base today, and these are quite big. I'm gonna try to give you a measurement in here, just roughly, if you don't have this exact size, something similar. So it's 7 3/4 of an inch by 6.5, so you can see how really huge that is. So I've got two white ones out for my card base using the largest one. With the next size down, I went with this gorgeous pink paper from Chloe's Creative Cards. And then with the next one down, I cut this paper out from the candy. Where is it? Let me show you. It is the Candy Cane Lane paper pad. I really am not sure if this is still available. I really want to start using up some of my paper pads that I have. So this is gorgeous pinks, candies, peppermints, really nice. Then I skipped a few sizes and I went with the same pink as that one in there, just a little smaller. And then with the next size down, I just went with plain white. Now, normally I would have my card base already assembled and all, but I just got into a bit of a dilemma in here, because my first idea was to use the oval upstanding, like so, and then add my sentiment on that side in there. But the sentiment that I wanted to use is, because of course we are a sparkle team, this the season to sparkle, and I'll show you what I've used to create this. Just does not fit, so I may need to switch these out to this orientation, which is very different. I don't think I've ever done this one before, but yeah, I think this will work. So this is the season to sparkle. So for my sentiment, I used a sparkle sentiment builder. Love it. It's full of stamps and some dies. Let's say let it sparkle and shine, and there's background dies to the dies as well. So there's so many ways that you can really mix match these sentiment stamps with the dies. So this the season is heat embossed with white embossing powder on the same pink card, and then the sparkle is again the same pink, while the background is just plain white cardstock. So I think I'm gonna go this orientation, but then I think the background is too white. There's too much stuff exposed, too much white space exposed, which I don't deal too well with. So I am going to add some texture to this. This is what we're going to start with. And I do have these stamps at the Falling Sparkles. It's a lovely stamp. I've used it before, and I will use it again because it's lovely, and it almost reaches right till the end. There's a little bit left on this side, but so I'm going to load this on my stamping platform now, because there's ink on it from a previous use. I have a piece of plastic in here just to protect the surface of my cardstock until I arrange these. So I'm just gonna come in like so. The embossing glitter I opted for today is the Raspberry by Wow, which is a translucent one. On a white, I suppose it really doesn't matter, but it is lovely. I've used this before to add some lovely embossing shine onto flowers, and it is really lovely. So I just pulled this out of my stash. I'm going to sprinkle it all over, and then I'm going to heat set this. Okay, so now I'm going to put my plastic back first of all. I'm going to line my Falling Sparkles just so it reaches right till the end in here, like so. I think I'm going to leave the longer ones on that side. And the only area I want to stamp on now is that one in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of copy paper, going to mask off where I do not want to stamp, and now I'm going to use my anti-static bag again on this area, and I'm only inking up the side of the ink that I'm going to be using. And here we have gorgeous Falling Sparkles, but it is not sparkly enough for me, not for having a sparkly theme for today's make. So I'm just going to take a fine tip glue bottle, and I'm just going to add little dots on all of these sparkles in here. I'm just going to take my time to do this. I don't think there's a point of me showing it doing on the whole panel, so I'm just going to just fast forward to where this is already done. I'm going to take my chunky Crystalina, dip this whole panel in it, and let it just grab onto all those glue dots. So now you can see how lovely and sparkly that is. And the glue will dry clear, so there will be more pink showing underneath all that sparkle. But for now I'm just going to allow this to dry a little bit. I'm going to work on the card base. I'm going to take one of these largest ovals, the one that I have two of. I'm going to set it in my scoreboard, and I'm going to score a hinge at around 1 inch maybe from the top. I think that should be enough. And then leaving it in the same position, so this next line is parallel with this line, I'm going to score down, and this comes up to 6 5/8, so probably about 6 1/4. I'm going to score along this line. And the reason I done that is because I'm going to cut away that line, so my card won't start rocking and rolling over, and this way I can ensure that it is parallel with that top line as well. So I fold that hinge back, and this is what I'm going to cover in glue. So this way the card stands nice. If I hadn't cut that bit away, my card would be rocking, which is again a nice feature for some cards, but today I didn't want to go with that. So I have these next two levels to go onto my card front, but I'm going to edge both of these with Crystalina glitter. To do that, I'm just going to take my chisel tip glue pen, so now I'm going to glue these two down onto the card base. Now that this is drying, there's so much lovely sparkle on it now. I will add some close-up footage at the very end of this video, so you'll be able to see all that gorgeous sparkle. And this whole panel I will be popping up on foam pads, I think. Already loving all that gorgeous sparkle. Oh, stunning. So it is time to add our embellishments. It will be such a pink card. And I think I will be popping these on foam pads. Let me do a little bit of a pre-arrangement just in here. Yeah, I think I like this. I'm just going to add a little glue just underneath to stick them together. And then I will be covering these in foam pads just on the areas that is going to touch the top layer. Now, because this area here is so textured, there's heat embossing, there's glitter, there's a lot of texture going on, I do want to reinforce this. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of a hot glue to these as well. And this way I can ensure that it will stay put on my card, just like so. For these bits, I think I'm just gonna bring in my gel glue. I'm loving that. So I'm just going to layer these two up. My original idea was to add some clear sparkle heat embossing to this. I don't think I'm going to do that. No, I think there's enough sparkle going on in there. I'm just going to leave it as it is. It's a gorgeous color and matches perfectly with my card. So I'm just going to stay here with this. So I have both sentiments popped up on foam pads. I'm just checking that it's nice and straight. Sometimes it's hard to know with ovals and circle shaped cards, so I'm just going to see it from this orientation. Better. Love it in there. This the season to sparkle. Oh my goodness, I'm loving this, guys. So pretty. So I think I'm going to add one of these sparklers, which are super sparkly rhinestones, just in the middle of my bow. Yeah, I love it in there. Ooh, stunning. So I'm just going to add some gel glue and tag this in place. And I think my gorgeous card for day number 3 of the 12 Days of Christmas series is ready. What do you think, guys? Let me know if you like this, and if you do, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when I upload my next video, tutorial or project share. Make sure you go over to the other ladies' channels as well. Show the support in there as well. It means the world to us. When you interact with our videos, you comment, like, subscribe and share with your crafty friends as well. It tells YouTube that our content is something that you're interested in, and it will push it out to more people, which helps us insanely. So thank you so much for watching my video tutorial, and I really hope to see you back tomorrow for the next one. And stay tuned for the close-ups. Bye.